Mathematics, entertainment, truth, history.
Yeah, we in the meth lab. Got your host, Big Twin. All right, in today's hip-hop news, we're going to talk about Big Pun. All right, Big Punisher. Now, today is the 22nd anniversary of Pun's passing, So we're going to go over a few little stories about Pun and all that. Pun was definitely different from the rest of these rappers and all that. I'm going to tell y'all a few reasons why he was different. For one, he vowed to never, ever leave the Bronx. Hey, yo, this dude was having a house, right? Having a house renovated right off the Cross Bronx Expressway by Noble. If you know the Bronx, you know what I'm talking about, by Noble. He was getting his house renovated right there. You know, how many rappers would have reached that status and would have chose to live right there? Pun was different. You know what I'm saying? Pun was going to live right there in the middle of the hood. He wasn't leaving and all that. Part of the reason why another reason why a lot of dudes never choose to leave is because a lot of us, we done been OT, right? We done been OT. And we seen how life is OT. You don't want your life to consist of going to Walmart and back. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of us, we grew up in a city type atmosphere, and that's all we know. So a lot of us want to stay with the city. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's good to leave, it's good to leave, live somewhere else and all that. But there is people out here that they can't detach themselves from, this city type setting. You know what I mean? Pun was definitely one of them, man. Pun was about to live amongst the people. He was the first Latin, right, to go platinum. You know what I'm saying? And he was willing to live right there amongst the people. Pun was different. I don't want to say no names, but one of these rappers made a song dissing Pun, right? And it was on the Who Kid mixtape. So, Pun got in contact with Who Kid, told Who Kid, yo, meet me right here. I got some bread for you, this and that, right? So Who Kid actually met up with Pun. Pun backed out on Who Kid, you know what I mean? What you playing this dude dissing me on your tape and all that for? This and that, these days, a lot of people try to clout chase and all that to get, getting around celebrities and this and that. But back then it was a little bit different. Let me tell y'all this, right? Pun, right? And Joe had an in-store album signing, right? They ended up getting into it with this dude. So, Joe ended up getting locked behind that. Pun came to the 40th precinct, and this Pun ended up getting took in, all that. And Pun was happy that happened. Today's clout is, people getting around celebrities in the YouTube and this and that and taking pictures and this and that, all that type of stuff. But back then there was no YouTube. There wasn't all these different social medias back then. Social media wasn't famous yet. So Pun was looked at it like, yo, Joe, we about to be in the paper, Joe. We about to be in the newspaper. Yo, we about to be in all the media tabloids and this and that. So back then, dudes looked at that as clout back then. That was considered like the clout of back then. You know what I mean? We didn't have all these social media outlets back then. Hey yo, Pun used to pull his Navigator, right? He had the Lincoln Navigator. He used to pull a Navigator up on the sidewalk, right? Next to a payphone. So they would have the truck, pulled up like as close as you can to the payphone. So Pun didn't have to get out the car to use the payphone. He would actually just open the door or open the window to the Navigator and use the payphone right there. I'm talking about major city blocks. The Navigator parked on the sidewalk of a major city block. Yo, Pun was different, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all. Cherry Red 150, how he said, you could catch me on the Cherry Red 150. You know what I'm saying? That was real. Pun used to ride around the Bronx with the Cherry Red 150, all that. You know what I'm saying? This dude was the truth. Wife beater on and all that. You know what I'm saying? Pun used to wear wife beaters, yo. You know what I'm saying? This is for my 25 to life bitters, pork fried rice eaters, New York, ice rockin' tight wife beaters. We the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Pun was definitely different, right? And then I heard a story. I don't know how true it is. Now I heard this story. I don't know how true it is, but I heard one day Pun was in Soundview and he had the big tombstone, the big tombstone medallion on. And I heard somebody tried to snatch that from him, the tombstone medallion. And I heard he took the tombstone medallion off and he whipped the dude with the tombstone medallion. He whipped him. Yo, listen, anybody know about that story? Let me know in the comment section. I don't know how true it is, but this is just something I heard. You know, a little bird told me this story. You know what I'm saying? Without Pun, there'd be no Remy. You know Remy Ma? There'd be no Remy Ma without Pun. Pun took a chance. You know, he actually gave her the opportunity. He gave her a whole song on his album. I'm talking about a whole song. You know what I'm saying? That was his album. The song was supposed to be his. He gave her the whole song. He did the hook. There'd be no Remy, right? You know what I'm saying? There'd be no Remy without Pun, you know? And a lot of people choose to talk about Joe, right? But one thing y'all got to know about Joe, Joe would still be where he's at today if Pun was still alive. Joe would still be where he's at today because he had Pun as a comrade. So Joe would still be sitting pretty right now. And if y'all know the music business, y'all know how the music business work, y'all know what I'm talking about. Joe would still be good. Joe was never a whack rapper. So a lot of people, they take a lot of stabs at Joe, but Joe was never a whack rapper. I'll let y'all in on another little thing about Pun that y'all might not know, right? This is one that y'all might not know. When you want to know who Pun's favorite rapper was? You want to know who Pun's best rapper was? Pun's best rapper was Prospect from Terror Squad. That was Pun's best rapper. Shout out to Prospect from Terror Squad. Shout out to everybody on Prospect Ave. You from the Bronx, you know. So Pun, you know, Pun definitely kept his family together, you know. He was definitely a family man. Hey, yo, I'm gonna keep it official with y'all. I want to see his son. I want to see his son, Chris Rios, man. I want to see him up there. This dude is slept on, Chris Rios. Right after this video, I need y'all to go listen to Chris Rios' music. All right? And if, you know, let me know in the comment section that you listen to his music and tell me that kid ain't the truth. Hey, yo, this is the Meth Lab, Mathematics, Entertainment, Truth, History. BX all day. You already know. 178 West Fetty. You already know. Salute the Big Pun. You already know. And TS, you already. I see y'all in the next one. Y'all be safe out there.
Mathematics, Entertainment, Truth, History.